Okay, let's try the next one. Commodore C64 6502 basic into C64 6502 assembler language. Our red box is the problem. Basic is too slow. So we've got a 3-line basic program here in red. Text scroll in basic. Enter 24 row mode. So what we're doing is we're peaking 53265 and in it with 247 to turn on the 24 row mode and poking it back into the same register. Then we clear the screen by getting character 147 and printing it to the screen. Then we have a loop, a for loop, x equals 1 to 1024, 1024, print character 17. Next. Now the problem there is that of course our registers only go up to 255. So how are we going to create a loop that goes up to 1024? Well, all will be revealed. So converting our basic to C64 assembler code. So we'll set off with scroll. Start of our routine, we peak the memory address by loading into the accumulator 53265. Turn on the 24 row mode by ANDing with our 247 in decimal and storing the accumulator back into 53265, which is equivalent of poking a number back into that memory location. Next we load into the accumulator 147, which is our clear screen character, and then we're using a jump to subroutine JSR FFD2, which will print it out to the screen, which is what clears the screen. Next we come to our for loop, which is 1 to 1024, but both our X and Y registers only go up to 256. 0 to 255. So what we need to do is load Y with 4, because 4 times 256 is 1224. So we load Y register with 4 because we're going to be looping 4 times round the 256. Then we start our for loop by loading X to 0. Then we have an inner loop where we load our 17, character 17, and then we jump to subroutine FFD2, print it to screen. Next we increment our X register because we want to go around all the 255. So we come CPX 255. Have we reached our 256 yet? Branch if not equal to 0, which is no. Back to the inner loop. So we keep going through all 255, 6. And then once we've completed that, we then drop out into our next loop, the original Y loop. So we decrement the 4, now it becomes a 3. Then we compare it with 0. Have we looped our 1024 times yet? If not, that bit of code's missing. Then we branch if not equal back to the for loop. So we reload X, the X register with 0 to start again, and then obviously we go around that inner loop of 256 4 times, and then eventually we reach where we compare our Y to 0, and it will be 0, and therefore we can return from the subroutine back to basic. And that is pretty simple, how to turn a basic program that you can find in any book into assembly language, and it's not that difficult. Once you understand about the loops, how you can do the loops by using the X register up to 255, 256, and then the Y register for anything. You can have any length. You can have any length of looping right up to 256 times 256 using the X and Y registers. So it's pretty simple, and it just takes a little bit of practice. But once you get used to doing it, you can translate a load of basic programs into assembly language. You'll be absolutely laughing, and you'll increase the speed of your programs no end, and you'll have learnt a very valuable skill. What more do you want? Not a lot. So until the next video, when we'll look at something interesting, that'll do.